Want to get top dollar for your home in today's competitive market? Well, selling a house can be a stressful experience. However, if you know the right strategies, the entire process will be smooth and stress-free. And there are actually a few key elements that have a huge impact on whether you will be able to earn a decent profit on your house or not. Sharon, your favorite Miami real estate agent here. If you didn't know, this channel is all about Miami lifestyle, real estate, and new projects in South Florida. So you can subscribe to get all the latest news in the bottom below. And in today's video, I will be sharing with you some key tips that can help you sell your house this year. So let's begin. I'm gonna start with this one. Let's be honest. If you have talked with an agent about, potentially selling your property in the past, they must have talked about this. And even though it is necessary in today's times, it's not everything. However, let's put this in perspective. Nowadays, some owners only want to use the internet to sell their property. And it is not a strategy. It's just part of it. It's just part of the process. Now, if you want the best buyer for your home and the best price with possible multiple offers, you need to cover all your bases. And yes, you want to make sure you have a full marketing strategy and a full market energy around your home. You only have one chance to sell your property right, so all marketing channels work for you from day one. Channels like internet, of course, advertising, neighborhood campaign, open house, a database plan, signage, professional photography, a lot of videos, a preview to hot buyers, an experienced agent to work for you, and other things are what you need to consider in order to properly market your home for sale. Now, before listing a home for sale, another good tip is to consider a home inspection before listing your property. There are many advantages of, a home inspection before a listing because it can reduce the likelihood that a buyer will be deterred after completing their own inspection. And while we might be transitioning soon to be a market favoring, I will say, more of the buyers, you want to know from the very beginning what you could face once under contract. If you're not sure whether a preview viewing is a good idea or not, your experienced agent, is the person that can help you assess whether or not the money will be well spent. In most cases, I will say that it is worth inspecting before the listing, as even newly built homes can have problems that are not known to the owner. Now, if you completed the previous tip about inspection, this next tip will be easier to complete. If not, then it could be a little more complicated for you since you could only see what is only visible and probably skip major things. One of the quickest ways to scare off potential home buyers is to avoid making necessary repairs. For example, if a home has a very old roof with visible damage, this will not be fixed before listing, which is likely to result in the owner potentially losing a significant amount of money from its sale. Now, when you intend to sell your house, it is a very important tip to make the necessary repairs before putting the house up for sale. Homeowners who make repairs before listing their house or their home are likely not only to get a higher selling price, but also reduce the likelihood that a buyer will request many repairs after home inspection. Some examples of frequently needed repairs to look out for include broken windows, leaks, peeling or damaged sidewalls, and damaged roof. Also, when selling a home, it's important that a buyer is not distracted by neglected repairs, but focuses on all the positive aspects of a home. Another excellent tip for selling a house is to focus on outdoor living space. Most buyers like to spend as much time outside as possible in the fresh air. They could value the outdoor living space, so highlighting the outdoor space is a great way to impress potential buyers. One of the best staging tips is to help buyers imagine how they can spend their time outdoors. If you have an incredible outdoor, let's say barbecue or a large concrete deck at home, make sure it is a stage. If you show a buyer how great an outdoor living space is to entertain friends and family, buyers will probably have a purchase offer in hand. Now, great outdoor living space just increases the value of your home. Another way to think about this is, can you describe your top 2 best areas and things that you love about your house? What was the thing that you liked the most when you purchased your home? All right, since we have talked about improving the outdoor living space, it makes sense to pay some attention to the exterior of your house as well. Some of the most important areas to focus on when selling a house at any time of the year are the exterior and attractiveness of the curb. A home with a poor or neglected exterior will take longer to sell and will likely sell for less than it should. When selling a house, it's extremely important to prepare the exterior of the house. For example, a welcoming front porch can easily help for this. The exterior and attractiveness of a home can give a potential buyer a pretty good idea of what to expect inside the house. So make sure it's clean, it's fresh and attractive. The garden landscape is often overlooked as you prepare to sell your home. So gardens are one of the most important things people want when they want to buy. Now make the most of what you have. If you have a garden, well, set up some flower pots to add some color. If you have more extensive garden, well, cut the hedges, cut the grass and tint it up the look of the borders. The next tip is about upgrades. Certain upgrades can help sell a home. A security system, for example, can help a buyer get a discount on home insurance, while solar panels can help with future utility bills. Another 2 great upgrades could be impact windows and doors or hurricane shutters. However, not all upgrades add value to your house and you may not get the resale boost you expect from them. So make sure you invest in those house upgrades that most buyers are looking for. Again, putting yourself as a buyer, having an extra bedroom, let's say an office or a patio, is more appealing to buyers than having a wine cellar or inconsistent high-end upgrades in mid-range houses. The next tip is also important. Well, all of them are important, but you can never change the first impression, so let it count. The most important point to keep in mind is to keep the decor and color scheme of your home as neutral as possible, and I cannot stress this enough. Give the interior a fresh coat of paint before selling, please. You may have spent years decorating your house according to your taste, and that's fine, However, potential buyers must see the available space in your house and they have to imagine their belongings in your home. Doing this will add to the value of your house. The last thing you want is for a buyer to be distracted by stacks of old magazines. So you have to neutralize your house for the buyer to personalize it. The next point is a continuation from the previous tip. Buyers need to be able to imagine themselves in the space, but they won't be able to if your home is a mess. Some people are very creative in their mind and it is easier for some to imagine the spaces, but this is not the case for everybody. Give your home a thorough cleaning from top to bottom, eliminate clutter and hide the family photos and other personal items. It's pretty common in the industry to hire outside cleaners, especially before a big show. Rearrange the furniture so that your home looks inviting and buyers can move around your home without bumping into anything. Also, please consider storing any bulky items or old furniture, carpets, etc. When a room is crowded, it looks smaller than it is. So showcase the best benefits of your home, impress potential buyers, and sell it quickly at the best possible price. An extremely important tip to keep in mind when selling a home is that the house must have the right price, but from the start, from the beginning. One of the worst mistakes in real estate I have seen is pricing the home too expensive to leave room for negotiation. An incorrect price for a house for whatever reason often results in a seller actually taking less for the home than if they were to value it correctly from the start. Simply put, an overpriced home generally remains on the market until sellers decide to lower the price to an acceptable acceptable market value, which can sometimes take several months. Also, think about it and put yourself on the other side. If you go to see a property and see the price, the conditions, etc., plus your knowledgeable agent do their job, that agent will tell you that the house is way overpriced. Now, will you send a full price offer? No way, right? Additionally, when a home is on the market for a long time, buyers wonder if there is something wrong with the home, which usually results in them not making an offer or, let's say, making a low offer. Your agent will give you a price recommendation after a market analysis and help you give you an average market value. Now, choosing the right agent is one of the best tips to sell your home smoothly. Nowadays, you have multiple options. That's a fact. You can choose to use either, a local real estate agent, you can choose an online service, or even go it alone. Now, the later two options will save you fees, yes. But let's be honest here. If you need to get surgery or a more internal specific knowledge consultation, would you go directly to the medical specialty like let's say the cardiologist or the neurologist, or would you go only to the primary care doctor? And yes, I know realtors don't have such a great responsibility nor the years of preparation. This is just a simple example, but let's think about it. And here's another example. A lawyer, for example. If you need something very, very specific, will you go to a general lawyer or will you go to an immigration lawyer, a criminal lawyer to save some bucks? Right? For real estate, you want an experienced and knowledgeable expert, okay? A real estate agent, not only to talk about their marketing strategies that I mentioned, at the beginning, that this was not everything, but make sure to ask them relevant questions and trust your instincts, like everything when meeting negotiators or professionals to tell you more. The agent that can break down all the numbers, the details, give you information, and tell you right away how much will you keep in your pocket, that will be the winner, because that agent is showing you that is willing to go the extra mile to explain the process in detail from A through Z. And also make sure to connect with that person, because you have to work closely during the process with that person. Now, if you're in Miami and you don't want to spend hours searching for an appropriate realtor on the internet, I have an easier solution for you. Simply just Google Sharon Colon and go to the review section. That will give you an idea if you should at least consider me to get the job done. Then you can either call me directly to 786-376-2398 or fill out the form in the description box below to schedule a consultation with me. And hey, if you're looking to buy a house in Miami, don't forget to check the link search I have created for you below, or check out my latest video about the top 2023 new communities in Miami. Click here to watch it and I'll see you there.